everybody, John here, and today onto the garage we've got a nice simple one. We're just going to get Purdy, the XK8, out of the garage and do sound comparisons, looking back at the standard exhaust system, the stage 1 exhaust system and the now stage 2 exhaust system, and allow you guys to decide which one you like best. So with little further ado, let's do that. $76. $81 max at 5 meters. This is 50. That's 50 sport off cruising. Very pleasant in here. Not the smoothest of roads, unfortunately, but I don't want to stray too far today. 50 mile an hour sport off. $69 dBA. Sport on, car changes down, .68 dBA. Let's go to 60. Sport off 60. .72. Sport on. Let's just get to a smooth bit again. .72. Now what I'm going to do is accelerate in a non-aggressive manner to 70 and see what the sound level's like there. We are going to be in sport. Turning around this bend at 60. And that's 70. I've got 74 dBA. I would say now you can hear the exhaust over the wind noise, and it's just the dominant sound, but there's not a lot in it. I should say wind noise and road noise, because it is hard to separate the two. And here is full bore automatic acceleration to 60. In sport mode. There's 60. And now what I'll do is a sport acceleration to 60, full bore, in automatic, and go. .60. Right, just going to accelerate for you in sport to 60. There she is. And go. Okay, excuse a few rattles, I've got all sorts of kit in the car. Just driving down a very bumpy road. Just want to give you some more general interior impressions on the noise. Okay, so with the windows all up, just onto a bit more conventional piece of road. And just gently accelerating to 40. There's a really sharp left-hand bend coming up. So I'm going to J-gate it. Now some horses, which is really common sight around here. We've got a couple of riding schools where people go riding on the beach. There we go. Quietly around the horses. So it's official, stage 2 does not scare horses. We're still in J-gate, so we'll have instantaneous response. Very nice. Nice noises. I'm going to accelerate towards the next bend and then drop it down to 2. I'm in third. Down into second. And flick it. Very satisfying. Back to third. If you're wondering why the screen's misting up just a little bit, if you can see that, I've got the aircon off just to get the noise pure. It'll have to go back on. As you can hear, the aircon is noisier than the exhaust noises. A bit more J. Really satisfying. Down into second. And round. Up to top. Nice. A little bit with the window wound down a touch. I think you're going to hear more wind noise than you're going to hear exhaust noise. Very nice. Well, I hope you agree it sounds gorgeous. So what's my summary? So this project was about fitting the Adamesh stage 1 and 2 system to Purdy the XK8 and getting some sound levels and making an overall opinion about the system and the result. Now again, I had one of these systems previously, so it's not really a big surprise to me. But on my installation, no drone. Lots of people get drone when they change exhaust systems, but that tends to be more about the car than the system, particularly with no box systems, because it needs sheet metal to make a resonant sound, something that rattles and booms. But different exhaust notes can set off resonance in this panel, the boot floor, the boot lid, and particularly your rear bumper if it's not well attached. None of that on this installation. Is it easy to fit? Stage 1, my personal opinion, is very easy to fit. Yes, you're going to have problems with tight nuts and bolts when you're taking the old one off. It's a very old system for most of us, but you've got to live with that. That's just the nature of the beast. The stage 2 is harder to fit, and the higher you can get your car, the better, but people are already commenting that they've fitted them whilst watching the series of videos on the exhaust, and they've managed with axle stands and car ramps and all that sort of thing. But you know, it's more of an involved thing. You're definitely well and truly under the car. You're going to be wriggling and wrestling for a little bit, but it's eminently doable. So whilst the tailpipe section, stage 1 if you like, I would say is a 8 out of 10 for ease of fitment for the amateur DIY mechanic. You know, it's slightly more involved in changing your light bulbs, that sort of thing. A bit more physical, that's for sure. But stage 2, the over axle part, is a little bit more involved. You know, it's a 6, let's say, in terms of ease. Value for money proposition, I don't think it can be beaten. I looked at all the alternative systems that I could have fitted, having already fitted an Adamesh previously, and kind of actively wanted something a little bit different, really. But when I just started looking at prices, it was a no-brainer. This system does everything you want, it sounds great, and is not going to cost the earth. Performance enhancement is not something that I was after, and so not something I can talk knowledgeably or factually about. Anecdotally, stage 1 and 2 will release up to another 20 horsepower, and some of the people who have commented on the videos have said that they dynoed their cars and get that sort of output increase. Maybe that's an XKR. Maybe it's on a car that the exhaust was in a bad condition, whereas mine came off in good condition. So I'm not making any promises about that. But stage 2 definitely releases extra horsepower. Over axle system on the standard Jag is really restrictive, and therefore you're going to get a lot of extra pickup. So touch the throttle and it zips up a lot quicker. You're going to get a lot of extra pleasant noise, in my opinion, and you are definitely going to get some extra horsepower. How does it rate compared to doing other mods to your XK8 or your XKR? I guess if you've got an XKR, I would suggest the best mod you can do, or the most exciting mod you can do, I should say, in terms of bang for your buck, is to change the supercharger drive pulley, which you go to a smaller pulley, it spins up the supercharger to a higher speed, you get more horsepower. It's a significant increase for very little effort and very little money. But after that, on an XK8, I would say that that exhaust system, because the oral pleasure it gives me is second only to my brake upgrade. And I have a very early car with the smallest brakes, and so going for EBC upgrades on my brakes was for me a complete changer in terms of how I feel about my car. My car is also old enough to have the original master cylinder servo setup, which has a long throw, so that really did need doing. But beyond that, best thing you can do to your XK8, in my opinion. So all that remains is to ask you guys if you were going to do it. Very subjective thing. Some people will love, some people will hate, and that's great. And all I have to do to remind myself of whether I've done the right thing is to touch the throttle. Yeah, good decision. Okay guys, I'll see you all again real soon on To The Garage. Please subscribe, like and comment. Bye.